many times a day do we make this tour?
We do 2 or 3 depending on how busy we are. If we're really busy, we'll have a tour every 15 minutes from 9 o'clock in the morning to 6:30.
That's absurd.
We'll put 1,000 people through the camp. It's insane.
Okay.
It's the 7-person tour, 6-person tour. That doesn't happen in July.
No, I bet.
Yeah, it's busy.
I ended up finding
Check. Make sure she's good on that. Small little pool of water here. I came down here only once in 2 years working here. Did I get to see that? Come down here to drink. How do you think they did that? How would they drink water from that pool?
Get down and crawl to it.
Can they climb down and crawl to it? When our bats get on the ground, they have trouble throwing themselves back up high off of the ground to get another wind beating.
Do they skim it like an osprey?
Skim right along the top.
Okay.
So they're going to come right along here. They're going to go right along the top, stick down their tongue, get just one bat mouthful of water each time they do that. And then they're going to go fly outside and eat up to half their body weight in moths and mosquitoes every single night. In fact, they're going to eat so much that their rib cages actually point out at the bottom, so that their stomachs can expand as they eat up to 2,000 mosquitoes.
Jeez.
Go team guys.
That helps us out in eating those mosquitoes.
Exactly. And you get the state control. And then you're gonna come back in the cave, we're gonna rest and digest for the day, and then do that all again.
What life, sleep and eat.
That's how the day goes. Walk up the stairs. I'll wait for you at the top.
This is cool.
Maybe I'm the biggest person in here and I'm the crouch. Pretty dang.
Walk on all fours up the stairs.
Smell of cave.
Yeah. For a little while.
Largest room in our cave. I think it does a really good job at showing off all these different cave formations.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of cave formations back here. But to understand how all these cave formations got here, we have to understand why we have a cave here in the first place. And to understand that, we have to go back in time, like way back in time, to before there were mammals, before there were birds, before there were dinosaurs, to a period geologists called the Mississippi. And this area was the bottom of a shallow sea. In the bottom of that shallow sea, you're getting the buildup of sediments made of a mineral called calcite. And this area in Montana got really thick. It's over 1,000 feet thick here. And as that sediment solidifies, it turns into a rock that we call limestone. It's what we're inside of right now. It's where you find almost all of your caves all around the world. But as these limestone layers are getting lifted up onto their sides, making the mountains, limestone gets lifted up, our water starts to come down through the limestone, all that rain. And when it comes down, it brings with it just a little bit of carbonic acid, which I bet you all like to drink. Who would drink a tall glass of carbonic acid? Would you drink carbonic acid?
No.
No? I bet you like to do it all the time. Do you like pop?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how it bubbles in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what those bubbles are made of?
What?
Carbon dioxide, which when it's dissolved in the water, it's called carbonic
Acid.
You guys drink carbonic acid all the time. We get little bits of that carbonic acid coming down here with the rainwater. And at one point the water table was in this level of the mountain. And so the water sat here long enough that that acid had time to eat away at the calcite that our limestone is made of. And it turned what used to be solid rock into the open space that we know as the cave today. But as that Jefferson Canyon outside is cutting further and further down, your water table moves down with it. You get new sections of cave forming down below us. That leaves these sections high and dry, and now our cave formations can start to form. Now when the rainwater comes in, it brings with it a little bit of calcite. It's dissolved from the limestone above us, gets into this room, and it releases CO2. And when it does that, it becomes less acidic. It can't hold on to all that calcite anymore. It has to find a place to put it. If it does that while it's hanging on the ceiling, it gets stalactites, like all these. But if it still has calcite in it, when it drops down to the ground, we'll get stalagmites, like all those.
Look like people in shadows when said.
Look like some people down there. I've heard this called the ghost forest, so maybe they're ghost trees.
Right.
We've got some baby stalactites that are going right above us, right here. Those little baby stalactites aren't stalactites just yet. They're what we call soda straws. They get that name because they're actually hollow in the center. Water's flowing drop by drop through that tube to form it. It's not until the water comes along the outside that they grow wider and become the stalactite that we're more familiar with. Sometimes they'll grow into each other and they'll form one that connects the ground and the ceiling. And when they do that, do you know what we call them? It's a really bad cave joke, gotta warn you. Speechless. I'll say it a little slower for you guys. Do you know what we call them?
Yeah, column.
Yeah, we call them a column, and they grow from the ground to the ceiling. You don't have to laugh at that. We used to have a column that went from right here all the way to the top, as columns do. You guys found out it's since fallen over.
Mm-hmm.
This is known as the fallen idol. I don't have an exact weight on it, but I can tell you it weighs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What would make something that heavy fall over in the cave?
Earthquake? No.
Too heavy and it just falls.
Did you guys hear what they said?
No.
What did you guys say?
Earthquake?
Do you guys want to talk about earthquakes while we're underground?
Yeah, well, me.
We're going to talk about earthquakes down here. In fact, if I had a big red button that would cause an earthquake to happen nearby, you know what I'd do?
Yeah, push it.
Press the earthquake button, and I give it to you, and you can press it, you can press it, you can press it. We could all take turns pushing the earthquake button. We'd be totally safe down here.
Yeah.
Earthquakes are made of 3 different waves. They call the P wave, the S wave, and the surface wave. And it's that last one, the surface wave, that causes all the shaking from an earthquake. Well, it's called the surface wave because it travels on the surface. Where are we right now?
Underground. We're
Yeah,
below the
about
surface.
170 feet below the surface.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, 170 feet
above-
underground right now.
Up above us. So we actually wouldn't feel any shaking in this room. What we would experience is the P wave. It's the sound wave caused by an earthquake. And I have a friend who's a cave scientist out in South Dakota. Her and her field partner were deep underground when an earthquake happened nearby, and she said it sounded like a train passing through.
That's kind of cool to hear.
It'd be pretty cool, yeah. So crossing fingers, we get an earthquake that happens on this tour, but that's not when October, the fallen idol. Looking back up there, you see a stalagmite growing on the left side. That stalagmite tells us how this happened. It didn't happen to grow in the center, it's off to the left. The water source that formed this formation shifted, so we got heavier on just that one side, got so lopsided and ended up falling over because of its own imbalance. You guys have any questions while we're in this section? And I'm going to have you guys lead the way.
Bobo.
So when you guys, oh, good catch. What does that say?
Bobo.
Bobo?
Or Bo-po. something.
Bo-po?
Bobo, yeah, it says Bobo. It
Bobo?
looks like, but then there's a line above the O.
Line the O above the O. So what I see, it says Babo. That line above the O sits to hold the O. Babo. So you got Babo, and then what's behind you back there? What does that say?
Dipper.
Dipper.
Dipper? Babo and Dipper? Why did someone write Babo and Dipper?
Oh,
Do you guys stop to think how all this concrete got carried down here?
by them.
By Dipper, and Babo and their friends. They did a lot of hard work. They had to carry all that concrete from the visitor center all the way up to the entrance, mix it up there, and then carry it down on 50-pound backpacks down into the cave. Lots of hard work.
So a little bit of a workout.
Yeah, kind of a way to get your steps in for that.
Yeah.
Okay, more stairs.
I'm terrible about that.
Wait, more stairs. Hey, that's
Say what? Someone that can do that, see that they can.
Becomes the hybrid between a stalactite and a stalagmite.
yeah,
That
it
wall
kind of
on
looks
the
like
side,
bacon because
pretty
it
more
looks
horizontal.
like
It
strips.
goes sideways. Got our bacon hanging up right there. And we've got some more formations hiding in the shadows up above us. You see 4 of these up here. See 1, 2, 3, 4.
Chicken
There's
eyes.
4 formations that are growing out to the side. Those are what are known as helictites. I keep a lookout for them. We're going to see more and more helictites as we go further down in the cave. You can find ones that are smaller than your pinky. You can find ones that curl all the way back around, back onto themselves. I've got another formation up in the shadows up above us on this side this time. We've got what are called shields. They're discs growing out of the wall. I see a big shield right above us, right here. This one is grown so big it has stalactite tentacles hanging out of it, so it's known as the cave jellyfish. And those tentacles are not light. That one in the middle is about 80 to 90 pounds worth of calcite. The one on the side is about 15, 20 pounds a piece. Which makes it really exciting. The one with the shield they're hanging onto is growing out of a crack in the rock. Growing out of the crack until it's making the disc at the top of the shield, so making all the stalactites hanging down.
Here, it's another word.
Did you see another one? What does it say?
Can't see it.
There's one here that just says DT with a handprint 93 on it.
DSP, DJB, MK, and then a 93. What do you think the 93?
The year. This one's got a handprint with a 93 right here.
Yep. So you got signatures from all the people from the Montana Conservation Corps that carried in all of our content.
I'm supposed to be out.
No.
They have that's. I'll give you a hint. What are we all wearing right now?
Clothes.
Got lots of clothes on. Yeah, we bring 60,000 people through this cave every summer. Thankfully, they're all wearing clothes. All the lint coming off of our clothes gets blown around through the cave. And when it's in formation, it can get stuck there. And so we have cavers come from all over Montana and Wyoming. Twice a year, they come out with little toothbrushes and little dustpans, and they help us get all the lint and the dead skin cells and the hair off of our formations from 60,000.
Hey,
Really gross. Keep thinking about it.
I keep finding names everywhere.
Any more names? Do you think we can find some more names down there?
Maybe.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Pit right there.
Never walk upstairs. Oh, more writing stuff. It's MS-53.
MS-53. So what do you think MS is?
I do not know. Miss?
Not in this case. It's the initials of the guy named Mel Smith. If you carried that in. What do you think the 53 means?
How old he was?
How old he was? From 1953.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Alright. You guys want to just go down to the bottom of the stairs? But then don't go down any more stairs. So if you find any more stairs, wait for us there.
Okay. There's a Y that's fading away. There it is. I keep finding names.
This is a ramp. I see a platform down there. There's the stairs.
Wait, dynamite? Oh god. Oh god. I heard, ooh. Oh god. I heard dynamite. Where? Back there. Ooh. You
How
said
are those mental maps coming in?
Some more 93 right there.
bigger.
We're still in Montana. We haven't crossed into Wyoming yet. You are directly.
Okay then.
Think about that one for a second.
So
If
when
I
we
turn
go
on
down
this light,
there,
you might recognize we're at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
Remember when we leaned out on the stairs, looked all the way down here? This is the bottom of that pit. So we can't be too loud down here because the bats can hear us up at the top. But if we'd been on Dan Morrison's tour, he'd have been leading us down that spiral staircase, all the way down to here where the electric boxes are, down here.
that makes
And then Dan would start to lead us down a passage that looks a lot like this. But you would have seen it very differently back then. Early 1900s, we're coming down with candles. A group this size, you had to pay Dan Morrison $20 to get in the cave, which is over $500 nowadays. So imagine having to pay almost $100 each for your tickets. And a group this size, you want to make sure that you got a picture of yourselves down here. Well, this is before cell phones and selfies, so you're going to have to bring a photographer down with you. He's going to use magnesium flashbulbs, it's going to blind you when he takes that picture. Because this is one of the only pictures you're going to take of yourself all year, you'd want to make sure that you look good for this picture. So can you imagine coming through the cave in a nice suit or a dress?
Yeah.
Dan Morrison stores? You can hold out your candles out in front of you, using those to find all the formations, using them to find the stairs, which in Dan Morrison's time were even smaller and slippered than these next ones. And you're trying to make sure you don't hit your head in, and the big picture's coming up in the next room. If you guys want to lead the way, I'll give you guys some instructions. Go down to the bottom of these stairs.
okay.
I bet that my friend would have fun coming through here. He's standing 6'7".
I brought someone through once that was 6'9".
But he had fun.
Little tiny stairs.
Be careful. My step. My foot goes off the edge. And then...
Or back then, you take the picture, you probably use it as a status symbol. Look what I did.
Absolutely. Bragging to your friends that we got to go into that cave.
We gotta go to the cave. Ooh, we saw fossils. We saw fossils.
How long did it take y'all to plan the route through here?
It took them 6 years altogether.
Okay.
You guys like looking for fossils? Do you remember some of the ones you saw?
Yeah. What is that thing? The corn thing?
That's a survey marker. That's how they were mapping their way down through the cave.
I thought that was a bat or something like that.
They were right over here. You guys saw some fossils up top?
Where?
We've got a fossil here.
Oh, that's those things we saw up there.
Uh-huh. So you remember the little horn
By the
corals?
bench, yeah.
Is out there? You got some big horn corals going into the wall right here.
It looks melted.
That's a stalagmite that's just starting to grow.
It looks like ice cream.
Does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It looks like melting. Ice crystal.
Absolutely.
It's melting.
Very cool. So we're inside the same fossils we saw outside, so that's why we find fossils.
What is this right here? Like, what are these stairs?
There's new slides are just
like wood.
forming. Would it be possible that new caverns are
This
forming
is
above us?
not wood.
With
The
When would it
dissolving
be
cl-
this deep in the
calcium.
ground?
dissolving
Oh, they
calcium.
bring
Then I
it
have to
here.
understand if it's all coming off
And
the
then
surface
make it
right away and that's
sense.
eroding down,
If you want
or if it's just coming through cracks that we're getting through because we don't get the water that's
Yeah.
really eroding it out like we do.
First aid kit's all over the place.
It looks like there's nothing. but then-
It's kind of a good thing though. You slip and fall, you got it ready to go. See, now you feel right there. Cool. Oh, cool. You see a long way down there. Imagine coming through here by candlelight.
As you're walking over a pit and not knowing where the bottom was.
Yeah, I know.
They light up all that.
I don't really tell what you're stepping into at that point with the candle.
With the electric box.
I just imagine falling in and being like, help, where are you?
Just follow my voice. That's what I'd be saying. Follow my voice. How'd you get there? Down.
Well, I slipped, heard about 13 times, and
Then I hit a big boom for a moment. Then I kept going and it slid again.
fell asleep. Now I'm on my way.
At least y'all can still hear me. So pretty in here.
Didn't we have a seventh?
You what?
Didn't we have a seventh person?
Well, see, you had to turn around. The hill was getting too much for her climbing up it.
Yeah.
That's another good YouTube video here.
Do you think that's the pool of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of water. How deep do you think that water is?
Huh?
How deep do you think the water is?
Couple feet.
Couple of feet.
Yeah, probably about 4.5, 5 feet. You
What?
can see all the way to the bottom.
And it's so clear.
So clear, would you say it's crystal clear? Yeah. That's
So
why
Mom
Dan
would say-
Morrison called this the crystal pool. If we'd been on his tours, he'd take us all the way down there. He'd tell us to toss a coin in there for good luck.
It looks like 1 foot.
Looks like 1 foot. That's why it's so deceptive, isn't it? So deep down there. And then Dan Morrison would go fish out those coins
Path.
after we toss them in there. He was a businessman. That's cool.
Yeah, get
I'm
more
sure he
coins.
missed some of them. Because do you see what color the water is now?
It would be all brown
Green.
from the pennies or stuff.
It's the pennies that are turning it that green color. That's the copper from the pennies. That's that new someone.
Cool.
You guys want to lead the way again?
Yep.
Okay.
Flip
So
it
you
up
have to
first,
go up
first,
a little
I
bit.
first.
Gonna have you go down through a low spot, and if the lights are off, wait for me there, okay? Otherwise, wait for me in the next room.
Get a good shot of this here. Funny how they always call it crystal clear when you really can't see through a crystal. It's glass you can see through.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's like bony rocks. What is this? Well, it has eyeballs.
I think that's cool seeing y'all have those first aid kits randomly here and there through here.
Stop right here. Look at that.
There's one right there.
There's another one there.
Someone falls and you need a quick splint, you have it.
Yeah, right there.
White box.
Or a tourniquet.
You
Yeah.
guys see how important light is for exploring the cave?
Thanks, I mentioned how it'd be with a candlelight through here. Daggum.
Yeah, you have to make sure you got light.
Mom,
So I'm gonna turn on the lights up ahead, and then I'm gonna have you two lead the way. You're gonna go down through a low spot, and then you'll pop out into another room. That's where
That
you'll
looks
wait
like
for me there.
coral.
Kind of does.
There we go. Now you can see where you're going.
Ooh, that's way better. Wait, what's down there?
It does kind of look like fossilized coral right there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We do have some fossil corals in a different part of the cave off the tour road.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Yeah, I figured y'all have routes for like people to come in just to study and all that.
Uh-huh.
Hard for adults.
Yeah. Y'all have any tour guides in that extreme, what they call the extreme thing through here?
The wild cave tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do those. We finished them up for the season now, but
Okay.
June through August.
Alright. Sit up too soon. That's pretty coming out too.
Look, there's a black spot on that rock. Looks like lips.
It does.
What do you see down there?
It looks like lips. I saw.
Lips, cave lips?
Look, it's like black on the rock. I like these things.
Now, before putting the gate at the entrance, have there ever been like wild animals in here
Well,
that freaks people out?
we don't get too many this far in.
What is that?
We don't get really bears in the cave. They like smaller caves where the body heat can stay
Yeah.
around them. The bats only generally come into the top part. So down this far, we're well past the light. This is where we get like cave spiders, and we get cave mites that live down here. Little tiny ones, and that's why we can't bring food down here. Because if we drop even a couple crumbs from that, that's way too much food for all these crickets. It throws everything out of proportion. What's that? It's a little magic foot pedal. We'll see what that does in a little bit. That's part of my time machine.
What?
We got a time machine down here. Do you guys know that?
No.
If I press that, it's going to make the cave look like it did 100 years ago. But I want to make sure you guys see it like they saw it 100 years ago, which is with candles.
Okay.
So if we'd been on Dan Morrison's tour, he'd give us all these little candles. He'd give them in a bucket like this. So it's easy to hold on to. We'd see the cave with one of these. So are you guys in a good spot to stand still for a little bit? Okay. Because we can't move around while we step into our time machine. We're going to see what the cave looked like 100 years ago. In 3, 2, 1.
Wait, turn it back on.
Yeah, good luck getting very
I think
far.
my time machine's broken. We're stuck down here.
Good luck getting very far with that lighting.
Well, time to go back.
Can you imagine exploring with
Exploring with that, yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't see much.
On a wooden staircase.
Oh no!
And the wooden
there's a
staircase, yeah.
ghost!
Where?
You thought I was actually serious.
Oh, there are ghosts down here.
Turn the light
You gotta be
back
careful. Don't joke around with it.
turn the light back on. Yeah.
I told you, the time machine's broken. We're stuck down here. This is how they see the cave 100 years ago.
Too bad for them. Ha ha.
Otherwise, not seeing very much of it.
What if we go down there and see skeletons?
Some
Of the people
skeletons, and we're in
inside?
trouble. I mean, someone died down here. One of our CCC workers, his name was Ralph Barnett. He came in here Friday after work once. He went off to a side tunnel. He went to go exploring. But then he turned around and realized that he had not been making the good mental maps that you all have. So he went one way to try to get back out, realized, wait, that's not it. Went down another way, realized, nope, that's not the way out either. Meanwhile, his headlight is getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until what do you think happened?
It went.
It went out.
Stop! Stop! You're fine.
You're good, y'all.
Stop! I'm gonna
Turn it
piss.
back on.
Preston, what did you just say?
Doing okay? Doing okay?
Nope. Yes. No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I know if it gets that bad. So this is what Ralph Perney got to experience. He sat down here for over 50 hours.
Jeez.
In the total darkness. Yeah, kind of scary, right? Can you imagine being down here over 2 days alone?
What does this RP doing? A lot of sleeping.
So did he make his way out, or did somebody rescue him?
Somebody had to come down and rescue him.
Ah.
Luckily, he told someone that he might be down here doing that. And when they came and found him, they cut him back out.
Yeah.
Because you're not finding your way out of here.
Can you turn it back on?
Before I turn it back on, I want to show you something really cool that calcite does.
I hate you right now.
It's called okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes. I know they can't tell right now, but close your eyes. What I'm doing is I'm putting this flashlight on this big chunk of calcite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to charge the calcite in there, make those electrons go to higher energy levels. And what I'm going to do is take it off really quick, and for about a second, you'll be able to see something really cool. So I'm going to give it just a little more time to charge. And I want you to keep your eyes closed, look where the flashlight is. And when I count to 3, I'm going to have you look at where the flashlight used to be. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
I see
Yeah,
nothing.
it's for real quick.
Yeah, just a
I just saw
little bit.
like
That calcite still glows.
a circle of like light. That was good.
I didn't see nothing.
Didn't see anything?
Okay, now turn the light back on. I'm scared.
Okay, if you guys want the lights to come back on,
Here.
all you gotta do is raise your hands high so I can see. That's right. We brought something back from the 90s because I can't see you raise your hands. Do you guys remember the clapper?
Yeah.
How did that work? How did that jingle go?
Here.
Clap on, clap off.
I don't know anything.
You guys don't want the lights to come back on, do you?
Clap on, clap off.
You guys are the youngest ones to ever recognize that. Nice job.
Yeah.
One of the corniest jingles, but it sold the product.
It works. It works. We still remember it 20 years later. Almost 30 years.
Must say almost 30 years.
Not going down here.
Now, you guys didn't sound too desperate, but if I had given you some flammable chemicals and had just to strap them onto your forehead, told you to light them on fire, would you have used that to find your way through the
No.
cave? No?
Yes. No.
Maybe if we'd waited down here?
Fire, so I.
You've got a lot of cave, you gotta bring a lot of gas to do that.
Oh yeah.
That's what our CCC workers had. They had better than a candle, flammable chemicals they put a dish on their forehead and light on fire. It's called the carbide light. And that's what the CCC was using as they were building all of the trails down here. But some of them were told, don't worry about the trails. Go make a map of the cave. They were told not to worry about all this. Go see if there's anything Dan Morrison's groups didn't know about. One of those really brave CCC workers and his flammable headlight went down a little tiny hole just past you guys, down into there, went through a really tight spot that no one else had ever been through before. And then he popped out into something so amazing that they changed the entire plan of how they were going to develop this cave for tours. And we're going to go see what he found at the next stop. So as we go down through here, we're going to stop for a second to turn off the lights behind us. And we're going to go crawling through, go see what he found. So imagine that we're not going to the big open spaces we have now. You're having to squeeze and crawl and twist your way in. Let's go see what he found.
Don't hit your head.
Good advice, yeah.
Good advice. It is a tight squeeze in some of these areas.
Stop. What? And now I'll just squeeze through there. Nope, I'm fine. I'll just stay back here.
Well, what's up there? That's what cave explorers do. We have to come around and see. Where does this go? Where does that go? Let's see where this spot ahead of us goes.
Well, you good. See, lights came on.
Is this the spot where he squeezed through?
He went to the spot even tighter.
Do we have to go through the spot tighter than this?
They made this path so that we didn't have to do that.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know if everyone believes it.
Goes a little ways down that way too.
It was so tight I had to breathe out. So I'm stalagmites. Right off the ground.
Oh, more stuff.
Yep.
And more.
That one's in 95. No, yeah, 95.
MCC.
Up staircase.
You know what about this? It's not mostly uphill, it's just stairs.
Oh, you're still going uphill though.
Now what is this?
1 mile high.
What is this?
It says 1 mile high right there.
Oh, that's not bad. It's stairs. Imagine bringing all the cement here just to build up 1 mile high. Don't slip.
Eh, too late.
It's so cool.
Too busy looking up and around in the stairs.
You guys want to lead over to that platform?
Over here. That's why you don't do that. See how wet the floor is, you don't have to do that.
So imagine going through that really tight spot in the last room. We're talking a tight spot. So tight, in order to fit through it, you have to put both arms through first, turn your head to the side, take off your helmet, breathe out. If you do all that, you can just barely squeeze through until you need another breath. You squeeze a little further. No one else has been through this hole before, but this one keeps going. So you crawl a little further, gets a little bigger. Crawl further, still gets bigger yet. Eventually you stand up and you enter into this.
What the?
That is awesome.
It's pink.
Whole room down here.
It's pink.
It's pink and it's big, isn't it?
Yep.
Big room. When you first crawl in here, from the other side of that column, come walking right into the middle of this room. You shine that headlamp all the way up to this back wall behind us. And you can't see it.
Yeah.
Because your headlamp isn't strong enough to light up all that way. You don't even know how big this room is when you first get in. But you know that you've never been in a room before, that you couldn't see the far wall. You've never heard your voice echo, right like this in the cave. You realize that you've just discovered the biggest room in the entire cave. Now, if you're the first person in a room, you get to name that room. That's the name that goes on the map. If you were the first explorer in this room, what would you name? Earl. The castle. Or Earl. I like Earl.
What's that noise?
Some of the echoes. Because this room is so big.
My name. Is it like water dropping or something?
You might hear some water dropping. I hear a good puddle somewhere in the back. Our first explorers thought that after going through that really tight little spot, anywhere you could stretch out like this should be called paradise. They named this the paradise room. To this day, this is the largest room that we know of in the cave, and I think it has some of the best formations in it as well. Like this one towering over us, this is the tallest column in the cave. It's 32 feet from the ground below us, all the way up to the ceiling. I bet we could stack all 6 of you guys on top of each other. You would still, I don't know, you guys might be just about as tall as that happened.
I stand on one head.
It gets that named in 2 different colors on either side. On the right, this white material, it's calcite. The same material we've seen all throughout the cave. It's what our limestone walls are made of. It's what our concrete floors are made of. It's what the cave formations are made of. And on the left, little bits of iron oxide, little bits of rust, giving it a darker color. And so as a geologist, I look at this and I see 2 different water sources that came together to form this formation. But I don't always see that. Sometimes I look up there and all I see is little Johnny eating 13 scoops of ice cream. 13 scoops of chocolate vanilla swirl,
That'd be yummy.
mixing straight down the middle, it's melting right down. That'd be a great landmark for your mental maps. Speaking of which, could you guys use yours to point to north for us? Or did we spin you around too many times?
I'm gonna sit on here.
I'm guessing north.
Is that right? Kind of merge your answers together right around here. We know that this direction is north, not just because compasses still work down here, that's how our explorers are making their maps, but because this column is known as the North Pole. It gets that name not just because it's north of us, but who lives
Santa.
at the North Pole.
Santa.
It does look like Santa right there. That's cool.
Oh
This big
God,
beard.
it's Santa.
And his nose. You don't have to be scared of Santa unless you've been bad this year. Have you been good?
No.
No.
It looks like
But
Santa.
Santa's always watching you,
Nah, my elf from the
even
shelf
when you're
is.
underground. Yeah, we have to find out from the shelf down
I'm
there.
a basketball. Don't eat bird.
If we take a look to the left, we're going to see the largest column in our cave. This is Atlas. It's estimated to weigh 32,000 pounds. It's the same as not one, not two, but 5 adult elephants, or half of a humpback whale.
Name. Wait, what?
Big formation up there. Now when the CCC came down here, they went around taking all their different measurements. They went all the way up to this back wall, all the way up behind us. They went up to that white stalagmite up there, and they measured how tall that white stalagmite is. But maybe they didn't need to go up there. Can you guys tell from here how tall that white one is back there? 6 feet? Yeah, 6 feet exactly.
About 6
So the
feet,
same
yeah.
height that I am, standing all the way up there. Picture me waving down at you guys like that.
What's up, fam?
How far away is that 6 foot tall
Like
formation?
Fortnite.
A fortnight away? How far do you think it is?
What? 55 billion.
55 billion
Close to
Huh?
6 feet.
But what's it? Sorry, I missed it.
Oh, I haven't said it yet. Do
Oh,
you guys have any other guesses? We're doing Prices Right style rules, just to be clear. 200 feet?
I don't know.
100 yards? Not quite that much. You guys are optimistic. It's 62 feet.
No,
Where we're
it's
standing.
way up.
All the way up there.
Wait, what did you say?
So you have to make sure that we take really good measurements.
Yeah.
If we do that, we make a really good cave plan. Do you guys remember the cathedral room? The first big room we came into?
Yeah.
That room is 150 feet directly above us. Right.
Oh, okay.
And you can only learn that if you make a really good cave. And when the CCC made their map, it's pretty good too. They got really excited based on what that map was telling them. We're going to find out why they were so excited in the last room of the cave. And whenever you guys are ready, I'll have you go down these stairs, up and straight across to the last room and see why they're so excited.
We go that way here. That's where we go. Nice, another.
Where those stairs go?
Yeah.
Where do they go? Where do they go?
I forgot where the stairs. Oh, that's where we came up.
Yeah, good memory, good cave map. We came up there, that's where the stairs said 1 mile high, and we went up to the left. This is the other
That's not
staircase.
1 mile.
I went to.
I forgot everything.
That was not 1 mile.
It's all left. You haven't even left the cave.
Yeah, boy.
So when the CCC made their way down into here, they started making the measurements for their map. They realized that if we made a tunnel going straight that way to the surface, that we'd be able to leave the cave from here. And so they decided to do that. And they started working on that for 18 months, drilling and blasting from the outside while they were hoping and praying. They had
That's
been
where we
given a job.
leave.
That's where we're going to leave, yep. Because of the CCC,
that's
they
sad.
made that tunnel all the way out here. But unfortunately, that last blast was a little stronger than they thought. And it broke some of the formations. in
Oh,
this one.
that's not cool.
Not cool, no. Because these formations are really, really slow moving. That took a long time to build. You see the funny looking tip at the bottom of that one?
It's so tiny.
Little tiny one like that, little tiny thing.
Baby
That's
and
all
mama.
that's grown back since that tunnel was blasted in 1939. That's 80 years worth of cave growth. So that little piece down there is older than any of us on the tour.
Or am I 81? No.
You're a good passing for 81, yeah.
Ooh.
Very
No.
good history.
It took like 500 years or so.
Maybe even more than that. They did it as stalagmite about the size of my forearm.
Oh.
400,000 years old. So some of these are really, really slow growing. We're not going to get any new ones if we break these off. So that's why I hope that you all are just as careful as I am with our caves and cave formations. Because we're not getting any new ones in our lifetimes. Clearly not the next couple of years.
Yeah.
This is one.
That was a spider. That was a spider.
So now, just a second, we're going to be going back up through this tunnel to the surface. Do you guys have any final questions?
I see no
Back
lights.
up there.
Oh, no, that's.
Wait for me. Oh, you're good. You're good. I'll meet you at the door. Don't open it.
My favorite color is white.
Favorite color is white? Why is that?
I don't know. I like white. Listen.
We're the last two of the day, so you can stay.
Hello. It's very long. No, no. Long hallway. There's a heck little. There's a little echo. Echo. Tra-la-la. I'm Captain Underpants. I want to find some fossils in here, boy. Yeah, look on the walls for fossils. Bryson, would you be scared if there were cave spiders? Yeah, like Minecraft? Yeah. Like that giant? Yeah, that would be freaky.
You're shaking his head.
Well, at least you're talking about Minecraft and not Fortnite.
They did mention
That, this is true. This is true.
to say that they don't impress me at all.
I agree with what my brother said. Fortnite's a cancer.
It's also,
Yeah,
it's also a length of time.
true.
2 weeks. Paid once every month.
Imagine how I feel with a 40-mile-an-hour wind coming through here.
Oh, I'm sure it knocks you off your feet.
Oh yeah.
Imagine being the first person to figure
Well,
it out.
as small as I am, I just follow it. I just go with it.
Imagine being the first person to figure out there's a draft.
Yeah. Like, well, I'm in here. I don't know if I can get out or not, but I'm in.
That was not that long, friend. That was a long match. That was.
And when the CCC did a resurvey from the outside, they found out that their tunnel is less than 4 inches off of its target. So they all did a really good job making this tunnel. You all did a really good job exploring Lewis and Clark Caverens with me today. My name is Jake. I've been your cave guide. Once we go out these doors, you guys are free to go for the day. Just want to make sure that you wash your hands before you eat any food or pick your nose again. And you're going to want to use your nose when you get outside. Remember what you use your nose for.
Freedom.
Freedom.
I'd rather be in that cave.
Weren't you yelling about the dark?
What was the last
Pretty views coming out too.
Yeah.
I have to walk all the way back. Boing.
Oh, trying to. Hey, stop.
Wow. Hey, Mom, we need
Well, we're up there. Oh, there's the entrance. So you come down through this mountain. See right there. That's the entrance way up there.
Where's the cave opening at?
See where it's at right up there.
Something?
Maybe, actually,
I don't know. It's up
that
top.
might be the bench.
No, it's
That
not.
way.
Didn't mean we were 1 mile up when we were in the cave, like the cave was a mile up above us.
Oh, no. That meant that we were 1 mile above the ocean.
Yeah, 1 mile up in elevation.
You guys remember there's an ocean out there somewhere?
Here's a place, as you can tell, called Vista Point. This is still the Lewis and Clark State Park. I was just letting me go through. It's called the Lewis and Clark Caverens. I see what it is. It's just a little deck they built where you can see. Up there's where we went in to go to the tour. That's all it is, just this little thing here. It's got some pretty views though. But yeah, that was the Lewis and Clark Caverens. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. I didn't think about, doing this inside the cavern because I was just having too much fun enjoying it until we got out of it. But this is the views, like y'all can see behind me. This is the views you get when you come up to this place. Of course, I saw the inside of the cave just now. But yeah. kind of want to pick my nose, but they say wait until after you wash your hands to eat before you eat and before you pick your nose again. But either way, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and I'll see y'all next time. I'll be back.